Welcome to The Explainer. We live in a world right now that is just completely addicted to noise. Everyone seems totally obsessed with making these huge announcements, chasing applause, and broadcasting literally every single move they make. But what if I told you the ancient Stoics held a secret that flips this modern habit entirely upside down? They understood that true power isn't announced, it's built. So today, we're unlocking this ancient, highly effective secret of building your empire in private. Okay, let's dive into this. The loudest person in the room is almost always the weakest. Think about how absolutely exhausting modern hustle culture is. You're constantly having to prove you're grinding, constantly managing other people's perceptions. Just imagine a world where you actually hit your biggest goals without inviting a single drop of outside doubt or criticism. A world where you let people see the victory, but never the struggle. That is the Stoic path of strategic silence. To get there, we're going to break this masterclass down into 4 clear disciplines: action over announcement, protecting mental energy, the Stoic pause, and finally, silence as a shield. Let's start right in with pillar 1, action over announcement. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that there's this deeply seductive poison in declaring our ambitions to the world before we actually do the work. And modern psychology entirely backs this up with a concept called identity completion. It works like this. When you announce a goal online, say you post that you're writing a book or starting a new business, and you get all those likes and encouraging comments, your brain gets a massive fake dopamine hit. It literally tricks you into feeling like you've already achieved part of that identity. And the tragic result? That intense, burning motivation you need to do the actual grueling hard work just completely fades away. You get the reward without the effort. Let's actually compare our modern habits with one of the most powerful men in human history. Today, we announce our goals just to hear the applause. But look at Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who quite literally ruled the known world. His most famous philosophical work, Meditations, was never meant to be published. It was his own private journal. He wasn't performing his philosophy for an audience, he was writing purely for his own internal character development. He knew the work has to be real internally before it's ever revealed externally. Think about the journey of a tiny seed. A seed doesn't announce its intention to become a towering oak tree. No, it works silently, underground, in the pitch dark, painstakingly developing its roots. It only breaks the surface when its foundation is incredibly firm. When you announce your plans way too early, you drag your fragile little seeds out of the soil and expose them to the harsh weather of public opinion, to doubt, to jealousy, to unhelpful advice. So do yourself a favor and work in the dark. Let's move to and see how this builds into pillar 2, protecting your mental energy. This discipline is all about guarding your absolute most valuable resource. The great Stoic philosopher Seneca actually warned his friend Lucilius against making a big show of his private life or his retirement. And why? Because advertising your journey always attracts a mixed crowd. You get critics who doubt you, questioners who distract you, and even cheerleaders, whose approval you now suddenly feel this immense pressure to maintain. Every single conversation you have about your goal is just energy drained away from actually doing your goal. And that brings us to a really beautiful visual metaphor. Think of silence as a fortress, a sacred space where the guard at the gate turns away every single unnecessary distraction. Inside this fortress of silence, you are completely free. You have the freedom to be a beginner, to be clumsy, to experiment, and even to fail miserably without any public scrutiny. True power is controlling your own attention, and silence is the wall that protects it. Which brings us to pillar 3, the art of the Stoic pause. Now we're shifting gears a bit, moving from our grand, long-term goals to how we handle our fast-paced, instant daily interactions. I absolutely love this quote from Epictetus. First, learn the meaning of what you say, and then speak. Epictetus was a former slave who became one of history's most respected thinkers. And in our hyper-connected world, we constantly speak just to fill the void, don't we? We offer half-baked opinions, fire off instant reactions, and make commitments we haven't even really thought through. And this brilliantly illustrates the mechanical process of taking back control. It's a 3-step method. First, the stimulus occurs. Someone asks a difficult question or makes a provoking comment. Second, you intentionally create a sliver of silence. You just pause. Third, From that silence, you form a deliberate response. You are literally taking the control back from outside events and moving it safely inside your own mind. During that tiny sliver of silence, I challenge you to run your urge to speak through this ultimate Stoic checklist. Just ask yourself, is it necessary? Is it true? Is it helpful? If you train yourself to be someone who only speaks when the answer to those questions is a resounding yes, your words will begin to carry massive weight. People will actually listen when you talk because they'll know you aren't just reacting, you're speaking with deliberate intention. And finally, pillar 4, silence in conflict. So the crucial point is how we handle the inevitable negativity, anger, and provocation we all face in life. We have to separate empowering philosophy from toxic behavior here. Stoic silence is a shield. Its only purpose is to protect your own tranquility. It is completely different from the silent treatment, which is a toxic sword designed to punish or manipulate someone else. There's a brilliant Stoic maxim. The best answer to anger is silence. When someone comes at you with irrational anger, engaging with them only legitimizes their behavior and drains your peace. By refusing to participate in the chaos, you aren't surrendering. Not at all. You are making a bold declaration that your inner peace is simply not for sale. You're preserving your character. Consider this incredibly logical Stoic algorithm for handling personal attacks. Step 1, pause and check in internally. Step 2, if the criticism is actually true, well, then there's nothing to defend. Drop the ego and learn from it. Step 3, if the criticism is false, why does it even deserve a response? An untrue accusation has absolutely zero power unless you grant it power by getting emotionally tangled up and offering the world a performance of your pain. Process the emotion inside your fortress, but do not give away your calm. Bringing it all together, conclusion: building your empire. We've looked at all the individual pieces today, but now it's time to synthesize these 4 pillars back into an unstoppable lifestyle approach. First, let your success make the noise. Second, protect your focus from the draining crowd. Third, master the pause in your daily life. And fourth, use silence as a shield for your inner peace. Remember, this philosophy is not about passive resignation or hiding away from the world. It is a highly active, disciplined, and powerful way to engage with reality. I really want to leave you with this central thesis. Real transformation doesn't need attention, it needs protection. Building in private is the ultimate act of self-respect. It means you trust your own process more than you crave cheap public praise. Put in the reps in the dark and trust that the victory will be its own announcement. So I have a provocative question for you to reflect on. What is the most powerful lesson silence has taught you in your own life? Let's turn this explainer into a conversation. Drop your answer in the comments below, and please hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into structured, focused learning. We read all the comments and love hearing your perspectives. Until next time, stop narrating and start building.